Yo, what's going on? I'm Marcus. In this video, we're going to jump back and take a quick look at what went down at the Thornton Township meeting. It was a shock to me, probably. I don't know. Y'all expected her to come, maybe. I didn't think we were going to see her until after the April 1st election, but she actually showed up to try to fulfill her duties as the Thornton Township supervisor. We're going to take a very quick look at that video to see how that ended. And a shout out in advance to AK Cole because this is where I got the content from. So make sure y'all go check out that channel on YouTube. More importantly, we're going to take a look at why write-in candidates never win. Now, there has been some rare instances at the national level. Lisa Murkowski, a senator from Alaska, I believe, won as a write-in candidate after she lost her primary bid to Tea Party members. So there are rare instances at a national level. It happens and occurs more at the local level, but with less than 2% for certain. So we're going to take a look at the reasons why these write-in campaigns are unsuccessful. So if you never tuned in, stay tuned. You might see something that you enjoy. Let's dive in to see what happened at the last Thornton Township meeting.
So, next on the agenda is approval of minutes. Motion to adjourn. Is there a motion?
And shout out to Reality Check TV Chicago. I think AK Cole got it from them. I got it from AK Cole. Y'all go subscribe and check out both of those content creators if you are enamored with the debacle that is Tiffany Henyard.
To approve the minutes of February 14th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Is there a motion?
Just asking to allow recommended to conduct the business.
Y'all are grown individuals. Handle y'all business. I'll align your business how to you. You do not need to take it time. So move forward. We have a whole entire agenda here that we need to proceed. We have bills that need to be paid. We have budgets that need to be passed. Okay, so do the right thing and allow us. We are doing the right thing. I don't have the meeting. I can choose to go how I choose. We don't have. And I said nothing. So now, do you want to approve the minutes or not? Right now, there's a motion to approve.
Look at the lady on the screen right there. She is over it before it even started.
The board second from January 14th of 2025 at 6 p.m. Is there a motion to approve the minutes? Is there a motion? Just because y'all didn't get y'all way, but residents pay attention to how they treat your tax. Regardless of somebody can't get anything or not, it was too many.
Great job, trustee. Great job. Great
As
job.
relates to the township government. So if you don't, township government installed, once again, that means that you don't get your food, you don't get things that you need as relates to township government. Thank you so much, but I guess you appreciate that. Have a nice day.
Hey, come on.
Somebody was like, hey, come on. Okay. Now, real quick, she's been saying the same thing for ever, far as I've been covering it. This is why, look what they're doing with your tax dollars. This is why the bills can't get paid. You're why the bills can't get paid. And look at what you're doing to their tax dollars. But she's been saying the same thing. I think the trustees are doing the right thing. Like, you know what? The election is around the corner. So just get out of it. Just wait a few weeks. It'll all be over soon. Now, the interesting thing is just think about it. A good person, even if you suck at your job, if you are actually a good person, when you know you're about to leave that job, no matter what, you're going to try to make sure things are in some type of order. So the person who comes in, the person who supersedes you, has an opportunity to kind of be able to see what was going on, see where things are. But I suspect, as we all probably suspect, Tiffany Henyard isn't going to do anything to make anyone more comfortable or appear more competent in the job. So it's not coming. That's just what it is. Now, let's take a pivot to take a look at why write-in candidates don't win, why she won't win, why she probably has less than a 2% chance of winning, if that. I've seen some statistics that were as low as 0.25% chance of winning at local elections. I actually looked to see, hey, in the DC area, what was the percentage of write-in votes that a candidate got during the last election? And the last election, the candidate actually got 1.2% for write-in candidates. Not a write-in candidate, every write-in candidate. So if somebody wrote in, I don't know, Kanye West, DFD, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Jaleel White, collectively it only accounted for a little under 2% of the overall vote. So it's very hard. But some of the factors that are looked at, one, she absolutely has name recognition. Everyone knows who Tiffany Henyard is. Generally, name recognition is a great thing. But when you're known for doing goofy shit, it's a terrible thing. When it's associated with misappropriation, fraud, buffoonery, ghetto mannerisms, hood booger behavior, jumping over tables, under tables fighting, it's a bad thing. So even though she does have something that's very important, because most writing candidates, no one knows who they are. She has the name recognition, but the doo-doo luggage that's attached to her name is going to be detrimental. Now, the other thing that is, I guess, pretty significant is fundraising. Does she have any money or any funds to actually use media outlets to get her message out there? And the answer to that is no. Now, she may or may not have some funds personally, but there aren't, I don't know. You all let me know if you're in Chicago, if you're in Illinois, if you're in the Thornton Township area. Have you all seen any ad campaigns that said this campaign is sponsored by the uh, Tiffany Henyard uh, Voter Foundation? Well, this campaign is sponsored by the Friends of Tiffany Henyard. Let me know in the comments. If y'all seen that, I would be shocked because I don't know if a campaign can be sponsored. I don't know if a commercial can be sponsored by the Friends of Tiffany Henyard if there are no Friends of Tiffany Henyard outside of her normal group of allies who have all seemed to have gotten cushy jobs or substantial promotions. The other thing is, again, four factors: name recognition, which she has, but is trash associated with her name. Funding, does she has the funding and the capital to use various media and mediums to get her word out there? I don't think so. Y'all let me know if it's been happening. Base, you have to be able to get your base to the polls. One, I don't even think she has a real base. I even think the one base that she probably had, senior citizens, have probably turned against her up until this point, especially if we look at what the turnout was for the mayor for the village of Dalton. So, one, she doesn't even have a base. But two, if she had a base, does she have an effective way to get them there? Does she has an effective way to make sure her base can be essentially propelled to vote for her? I just don't think she has those resources. And even if she had a base, she didn't have the resources. Even if she had the resources, I don't think she has the base. So name recognition she has, but it's a terrible name brand. Funding, I don't think so. I don't know if there's commercials out there. I haven't seen any online, so I'm seriously doubting it. Base, does she have a base? I'm going to say no. But even if she did have a base, does she has back to the funding, the resources to make sure she can, direct her base to go and get to the polls? I'm not positive of it. The last thing is, and it kind of ties into finances, is voter education programs. You have to have two things to have voter education programs. You have to either have money or you have to have volunteers. Everybody that I've seen who is, I guess I would say, volunteering or standing on business for Tiffany Henyard when it comes to her election in any campaign, whether it was for the mayor or the Thornton Township supervisor, they are raising the alarms with the media, which further perpetuates the bad doo doo around the name Tiffany Henyard and the brand, because the brand is looking like ass right now. But are they out there doing grassroots stuff? And I actually look, there was a local politician in the Detroit area. He was able to raise almost $1 million, but he actually had his wife, his friends, his supporters going out to his constituents, going out to his base, and showing them, hey, this is what the write-in ballot is going to look like. This is where you need to write my name. This is how you spell it. So there could be no mistakes because states are different how they look at the ballots. Some states allow for anybody to be written on a write-in ballot, just whoever. They could vote for I don't know, Jimmy Hoffa if they wanted to. But other states say, you know what, it'll get crazy if we allow people to write in anything. So write-in candidates have to declare so that okay, once they declare, then their name can be written in. If they aren't declared, if someone writes them in, it doesn't count. But you have to have those voter education programs so people know what the form is going to look like, where they need to write your name, how they need to spell your name. Now, I did take a look in Illinois. It's actually pretty easy for a person to write in. One of the thoughts I had was like, yo, if your base is senior citizens, you have to make sure that they're able to write your name. You have to make sure that they can write your name legibly. But you can misspell the name in Illinois and the vote will still count towards a write-in candidate if you can look at the actual written name and clearly identify that it's for a candidate. So if she was actually out here doing voter education to try to stimulate her base for her township supervisor reelection campaign, if it were me, I would just go out and be like, look, when you write my name on the write-in candidate, put a big ass T, then put a big ass H. I don't know if anybody else is on the ballot with the initials TH, but whatever you put after that, if there's no other TH on the ballot or written in, those votes will naturally be attributable to Tiffany Henyard. But there's no voter education campaign. I don't think she has funding and resources to reach mass mediums. I don't know if she has a base or the means to, to direct that base towards the ballot. And the name recognition is probably the biggest name recognition we've ever seen for a local candidate, but it's all for negative things. So you all let me know how this is going to go down on April 1st. I think it's going to be an April Fool. That's it. It's going to be an April Fool. Someone's going to lose their cushy $250,000 job. And after that, I don't know if they're going to become a restaurateur. I don't know if they're going to be on the OnlyFans side of the game. I don't know if they're going to be an event planner. I don't know if they're going to be a trapper. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. If you enjoyed this video, check out the content on the screen. There's going to be more content related to attorney reactions.